how can you explain this or encourage younger student athletes or even professional athletes to pursue your dreams? Because I mean, and definitely not coming from us, because we've supported this the whole time. But I'm sure there were some people who were like, the Kansas City Chiefs gave you an opportunity and you said, no, I want to be an artist. I'm sure there were naysayers that thought you were crazy or like,
My mom, my best friend's dad said I was a fool.
so
Like,
how do you navigate that, knowing this is exactly what I need to be doing, this is what God's called me to do versus, the expectations of others?
well, the story is when so I was in my yard painting Sunday night. I told the Chiefs called me Friday. I was like, I had the gut feeling, the bad feeling. I was like, I need time to answer. So I told my agent I needed time. He said, you have your deadline's Sunday night, and I was like, okay, cool. So I actually went partied all weekend, and I like encouraged. Um, hold on, sorry. I was actually sorry, my fiance just called me. Anyways, I was in my yard painting, and I was just like, God, I need a sign. I was like, I need something from you, because I was like, I've invested my whole life into football. Like, I've invested blood, sweat, and tears, pain. Like, I had 2 herniated discs my senior year of college, and I had 6 epidurals my senior year. So like, I was messed up. I was playing on all this, and like, I was like, I knew what I sacrificed to get to where I'd gotten, and and I was like, God, I need a sign from you. So like, I love art, but I'm not going to do art. Like, I'm going to go to the NFL again. Like, this is what like I thought you had for me since I was a little boy. So I'm going to do this. And he's like, I'm like, but if you speak art to my life right now in this moment, I will quit football. That's what I said in my prayer. And because I was like, I was challenging. I was like, because I was tired of, and because as equally as I invested in football, I was investing in myself and my faith and stuff. And God spoke to the men in the Bible, and I was just like, I need you to speak to me right now. Like, I need you to speak. And as soon as I finished that prayer, a family friend called me and says, don't talk. God wants me to tell you something. And she said, God's going to use you more in art than you ever did in football. So like, what I would say to like these student athletes, I was like, be multifaceted. Yes, pursue your sport, but just be a passionate individual. Like, literally just be a passionate individual, because you will go further than anyone if you are just a passionate individual. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing, because you're more than an athlete. You're not like, you have a window in your life where you can be an athlete. That's it. Like, because your body is not going to keep up unless you were just some freak like Tom Brady, I guess. You want to, like, he's old, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the athletics world, like, you like, so like, you can't, for me, maybe this is not what you want to hear, but like, I don't think you should put all your eggs in this basket. I think you should put all your eggs in a basket of passion. I think you should put all your eggs in a basket of hard work and dedication. And if you put your eggs in those principles, and you put your eggs in like that stuff, anything you put your hands in, you're going to be good at. Anything you put your hands in is going to excel, because passion, like, is currency. To me, it's currency. Like, because a lot of people just flippantly do things, and um, like, intentionally live your life. Like, intentionally do it. Don't just float through it. I spoke at the National Beta Convention last year, and what I talked about was, what are you aiming your life towards? And so often, no one knows what they're aiming towards. They're just saying, I need to get a job, and they don't aim towards anything, and then they land anywhere, and they have no control over where they landed. You know, when they finally let their arrow fly, they don't know where the arrow is going to land. They didn't aim. But if you aim at that target, and maybe you don't hit that bullseye, but you get really freaking close to it, you know what I mean? So if you're aiming, but you have to aim. So like, I would just encourage you student athletes, just aim your life towards something, but like, you build character, build passion, build discipline, build these things, and you will naturally, the byproduct of that is success. But like, just focusing on success will wear you out.
Mm.
That is deep. That is real deep. Tristan, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say that we're gonna have to rewind that and have like a bunch of clips on that. You just dropped a whole bunch of gems like that. That was
Yeah,
that's real.
growing up, Aaron. Nah, I wasn't expecting that. That was definitely a deep, very deep.
Listen, fellas, I have completely changed from our time at UCF.
But you've changed for the better, and we can see it. The man you are now compared to the man you used to be is a completely different person. And I speak for myself and Tristan that we're proud to see a growth in what you've become and what you're doing and what you're going to do is so great. And just to be able to sit back and watch and see you be great is something that's words can't describe the feeling that we feel when we see you doing these great things because we've been in the trenches. We've been on scout team together. We know what those black jerseys are like. We know that feeling. And
Yeah,
seeing
cracking heads.
exactly now seeing it come to fruition, seeing you be here is a story to show student athletes and people in general of like what you said when you aim your arrow somewhere and you have a place you want to go, you'll land somewhere. You won't be lost in translation. You won't get lost in the sky. And you saying that is, like Tristan said, there's a lot of gems that were dropped that
Well, think about it. That's how people end up in jobs and lives that they don't want is because they didn't even know what they're aiming towards and they never find out. And kind of back to what we're talking about before we recorded was like that's what happens when I think men have midlife crises that they didn't aim towards anything. They found a path that was comfortable. They stuck with that path and they get to like 50, 55 or whatever. And they just like all of it floods and hits them at once. Like they have like this light switch that turns on finally and they see their room full of clutter and they're like, what did I do for the last 25 years? Like I haven't done anything. Like I've just media. I had all these things I loved and I didn't do anything with it. But like, and to compliment you two is like, it brings me so much joy to watch you guys impart so much wisdom and knowledge onto our youth. Like I have so much respect for walk-ons in general, for y'all, like men like y'all is like, you guys really emulate what it means to be like a student athlete in my mind. Like, cause you guys weren't paid to be there. You guys bucked up and did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was paid to be there. So like, I can't like, I had a lot more incentive to be there than you did. And for you guys to work as hard as you do and did is like such a credit to your character and who you guys are as men. And like, I'm very excited that you guys are doing what you're doing with this program. And it makes me happy that you guys are talking to schools and talking to kids and doing similar things, just a different avenue. You know, it's really neat.
Hey, we appreciate that.
appreciate that.
It's definitely reciprocated. I would say the word that comes to mind when I talk with you or when I see stuff you're doing, it energizes me and it motivates us. You know, because it's like you talked about with passion. Like you are pursuing passion. You're choosing passion instead of a paycheck or a certain job or a title, and the blessings come of that.